sometimes you just gotta start. Sometimes you just gotta take a leap out on faith. Hey y'all, it's Sierra. And first of all, I want to just say welcome to my first ever YouTube video on my first ever YouTube channel. And I wanted to start a YouTube channel for like ever. And I finally just decided that today was the day and that I was going to stop procrastinating about it. So I'm very excited about it, and I just want to say welcome to my channel. Okay, so let's back up because I'm a little excited and I want to get ahead of myself. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sierra and I'm a realtor in the state of Georgia and a lot of other things, but you're gonna see all of that and find out a lot more about me on this channel. And so anyways, I'm not a super talkative girly, and you'll find that out. I really like to keep things short, sweet, and to the point sometimes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all what's the purpose of this video, about why y'all clicked on it. So, as you know, I'm a realtor in the state of Georgia, and I actually passed my real estate exam first try. I got licensed last year, so I'm still very new to the business, but I've definitely learned a lot. So I wanted to start this channel to not only bring awareness to the things that I've learned and help some people out on their home buyer journeys and, you know, just offer some valuable information that I have discovered so far and that I continue to discover. But I won't prolong the time anymore. I decided that I want to make a video covering how I passed my real estate exam on the first try. So stay tuned for a couple of tips that were helpful to me. So my number one main credit in everything that I do is going to be God, because without God, I wouldn't be half the places that I am today. God has done so many amazing things in my life and continues to do amazing things in my life. And I know and I recognize that not everybody is religious like that. So again, this is my channel, and on my channel, I choose to talk about God. You don't have to watch my videos, but that's always going to be my number one, because without God, there would be no Sierra, there would be no me being a realtor, there would be none of that. So I definitely prayed and I asked God to give me strength, and I asked God to prepare me, and I just asked God to give me confirmation, first of all, that I'm on the right path, doing the right thing, the thing that He wants me to do. And I will also say this, I feel like when you're taking a real estate exam like this, confidence is definitely everything. And for me, like, I pull my confidence from God heavily, because I just believe that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that's what gives me my confidence. That's what fuels me. And that's what makes me feel ready and prepared for things that I otherwise might not have felt prepared for on my own. So that's why I give God the credit for everything that I do. Another tip that I can offer is I studied my butt off until I really felt like I was ready to take that test. And I know y'all are probably gonna ask what real estate school that I went to. I actually did it online with Aceable Agent, and it worked for me. Like, I've done online classes when I was in college and I did just fine with it. So I didn't have a problem with the online learning aspect of it, and it was actually very helpful to me. It helped a lot. The methods that they used helped a lot with retention, and there were a lot of things that were, you know, very repetitive in the class, you know, with the intent obviously to help you retain the information. And also they had some games that you could play to also help further with retention. So it was good for me. I would highly recommend Aceable to anybody who's okay with online learning, or, you know, just wants to give it a shot. I think it worked for me, I think it'll work for anybody else. So in combination with my online Aceable Agent class, I also use Prep Agent a lot. Prep Agent on YouTube. It's an amazing channel. It really helped me a lot. It really broke all of the real estate terms down into things that were very easily digestible and understandable, and use real life examples. It helped a lot. So I would alternate between the two. And on top of that, I was doing the practice exams that come with Prep Agent, and they helped a lot. Like, the questions on the Prep Agent practice exams are very close to the questions that are on the real exam. So it really helped me kind of gauge what was going to be on the test. And, it just helped me prepare better. That's what I feel like. And so another tip that I have is I actually took my real estate exam first thing in the morning. And I feel like that helped a lot, because if you're anything like me, I feel like I have a lot of more brain power in the morning, if that makes sense. And so I usually schedule like my higher functioning tasks for in the morning, and like the lower demanding tasks in the evening time, because I feel like that's the time when like I wind down in the evening. But in the morning, like I feel like I can brainstorm and I can just recall, and I just feel like I'm on the top of my game when I wake up. So that's why I did it that way. I also made sure that I fit a little studying in like the night before, and like even the morning of, I just took like a quick practice test or something, just to get my brain in that mode and get ready to take the test. Oh, okay. So I also do want to cover how many questions were on the real estate exam. So I think my test, one in Georgia, was like about roughly 150 questions. It may have been a little more, but I think they gave us like 4 hours to take it. So I think I ended up using like 3 hours of it. But I did definitely take my time, and I read through it, and I read through the questions a couple of times, and I went back and I looked at my answers, and I kind of made sure that this was the best answer. But I made sure not to psych myself out about anything. I did change a few answers, but I tried not to change too much. I tried to just look at it like, is this the best answer? Another tip that I found helpful is that I would read the questions a couple of times, just to make sure that there was no tricky language in them, and that I fully understood the question. And also I did that to make sure that I wasn't rushing through anything and just not without fully reading. So I would read it a few times. I would analyze the language that they're using, because one thing about the real estate exam is they do have some tricky language on there. So you really kind of have to pay attention, because they will try to trick you a little bit. Another helpful tip that I have, and I feel like this is the one that gets overlooked the most, is eating a healthy breakfast. Because I know, and I've been guilty of this too, I'm not always super hungry the first thing in the morning, but I feel like, when you're taking a test, you should definitely eat foods that feed your brain, like oats, berries, smoothies, eggs, anything like that just helps with your memory. I feel like it's a really good option. It doesn't have to be super heavy or anything like that, because if y'all are anything like me, I'm not super hungry in the morning. Sometimes the last thing that I think about in the morning is food. But in this case, since I'm doing a mentally demanding task, I felt like I needed to feed my brain. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't sleep on eating a healthy breakfast. I think it helps a lot, and it just gives you that extra boost. So yeah, I think that's my last tip for now. Of course, I'll be here if y'all have any other questions that y'all need answered. Y'all can just drop it in the comments, and I can make a video on it. But yeah, I really am glad that I got my first video out the way. I know that it's not gonna be like perfection and everything, so I've just kind of thrown that to the wind, because I've been guilty of procrastinating, because I feel like, oh, it has to be this certain way. But sometimes you just gotta start. Sometimes you just gotta take a leap out on faith. So that's what I'm doing. And I hope y'all found this video helpful. And if y'all did, please like and subscribe to my channel for more helpful tips. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.